There are very strong feelings all over the country about the oil disaster. In our new poll, 41% of Americans say they are bothered by it. 56% say they're downright angry. And here on the Gulf Coast, more than half say they are hurting a lot. Nearly 2 out of 3 here say they've been personally affected by the spill, either directly or indirectly. And it's not just adults, but children too.
I'm going to tell you, there's no other place in the world like this place right here. No other place in the world. It may disappear.
For 18-year-old Dylan Becknell and his 14-year-old brother Austin, the Gulf Coast is in their blood.
I'm always on the water. All I do is hunt and fish. That's my life. And if I wouldn't be able to do that, I don't know what would happen. I mean, that's what keeps me out of trouble, is the hunting and the fishing.
We end tonight in the southernmost city in the United States, Key West, Florida, 500 miles southeast of the oil slick. The locals call the island paradise, and they're aiming to keep it that way, as Steve Hartman reports in tonight's Assignment America.
When you live in the Florida Keys, it's hard to be anything but blissful. Oh, sure, sometimes you get too much ice in your margarita, or put too much slice on your 5-wood. But residents typically take such setbacks in stride. Slow to anger, quick to go fishing. As a people, they are placid as the water. But now there's a call for the laid-back to stand up.
Excuse me, can I give you this? This is about the oil spill.
A few weeks ago, Dan Roby started recruiting volunteers for if and when the oil ever reaches here.
Can I give this to you? And it grew and grew and grew.
So far, 4,000 people have signed up.
We are now the largest volunteer organization in the Florida Keys.
It's a devoted army, too. I figured that out right away.
Do you want to get some real quick interviews of some of the actual volunteers?
Yeah, definitely.
After asking Dan to assemble a small little group,
like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
Word got out on the island.
And this is what I got.
Hundreds of retirees, boat captains, and drag queens showed up to tell me why the Keys will not go quietly.
It is a special place. There's no place else like it in the United States.
We know we are the stewards, and we know we have an obligation to take care of our planet.
To that end, people here are taking hazmat classes at their own expense, about $100 a person. Others are learning how to clean the delicate mangrove trees, while still others plan to man boats and booms to protect their coral reef, the 4th largest in the world.
It's all hands on deck.
Ed Russo is vice chairman of the group. He says people here are willing to work with authorities, but they're not afraid to work without them either.
It's like when a hurricane comes here. We can't wait for the government to come down and help us. We have to help ourselves, and it's just a part of the culture.
People down here have always been an independent, sometimes insubordinate bunch. Back in the early 80s, they threatened to secede from the Union and form their own nation called the Conch Republic. And that was just over a highway issue. So you can imagine how fired up they are over this.
Why not wait for BP to come and for the federal government to come?
They bit my head off at the mere suggestion.
Why not us? Why don't we go out there and just do it ourselves? Because obviously they don't know what they're doing.
No point waiting.
We got the backbone to do it in this town.
Of course, hopefully it'll never come to that and the oil will stay out to sea.
There's a heavy slick, enough to make you sick.
But if it does come here, residents say rest assured.
We're never going to allow the Florida Keys to get polluted. It's just not going to happen.
Just try and stop them.
We've succeeded once and we can do it again. We're very good at it.
Steve Hartman, CBS News, Key West, Florida.
And that's the CBS Evening News for tonight. I'm Katie Couric in Venice, Louisiana. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow from New York. Good night.